Hello and welcome to. Wait, if I say hello and welcome, that's probably like stealing from the TOPG podcast.
One hell of a way to start the podcast, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. Hi, everyone. This is the Something Gaming Podcast, which I almost forgot what the name of our own podcast was because we skipped out last week because we were all busy and stuff. So, yeah. Sorry about that. Why are you wooing?
Oh no.
Okay, well, it is a very exciting time to be alive. I mean, this week has been very busy for me and for Neil, and yeah, it's just us two today. We don't have guests because we were gonna have a guest, but he wasn't because he was supposed to appear last week, but he didn't because I had to cancel the podcast real quick. And then some other stuff happened, and then we were like, all right, let's save it for next week. And yeah. There's me burping like a frog again. All right. So, yeah. Neil, how's it going?
It's going alright, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm busy with school lately.
Wait, what?
I've been busy with school, man. I'm not really sure how to start this off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we need a, I don't know. Sometimes we get busy and we can't really, do this, but that's okay. I like doing it whenever we can. So, yeah, thanks for, I noticed, just a few, like, quick little announcement things, I guess. I noticed, like, a lot of people watched the first 2 episodes. I was really surprised. I thought like more than 10 views was a lot, but like I think our like first episode has like 22 views, and I know it's kind of like small for like what I'm doing or whatever, but
it's fine. We're beginners at this.
Yeah, but I'm still like really proud. And then on the second episode, we got like 16 or something, 16, 17. I forgot. Anyway, yeah, so on the second episode, I kind of want to apologize because I feel like we went over. I feel like I need to do a lot more research before I talk about like news topics and stuff. Because talking about the news without really researching about it kind of feels like doing an injustice and really isn't professional at all. So that's my fault. I apologize for that. Hopefully, we will tend to do our research before, and just to let you know, we haven't done any research on today's news. So yeah, I don't know if we'll even be talking about it. Maybe we'll look it up as we go or something and have a discussion about it. I don't know how it's gonna go. We're improving this, Neil. We're improving this.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Alright. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and thank you all for it sounds like I'm ending the episode.
Alright, good episode, guys. Good episode.
Oh, jeez. All right. Let's talk about the games we've been playing this week. Neil, what have you been playing?
Just Yugioh, really.
Tell me about. You were telling me a little bit about this before we started recording. Tell me about this Yu-Gi-Oh thing you're playing, because I want to know all about it.
Alright. Well, it's this little indie-made thing. It's called Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dawn of a New Era.
For PC?
Yeah, it's available for PC and OS, so Mac.
Okay. Tell me about it. What is it?
Well, it has every single Yu-Gi-Oh card up to a certain point, and it gets updated regularly enough, I think. I was actually just introduced to it pretty recently.
Okay.
And what's cool about it is that it's a good way to practice making new decks and testing them out, really.
Okay. So, because I kind of introduced you to playing. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
It's not really a new thing, but
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, there's already like Yugioh Pro and like there was Dueling Network. I think they like Konami kind of like gave them an official notice of like, yeah, you need to like stop this or whatever.
Yeah, this isn't an official thing.
Yeah, it's not an official thing. So yeah, unfortunately, they're kind of like preserved by pirates, I suppose. Not that we're actual pirates. We're just trying to play a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulations are good, so...
It's a good way to practice.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds like you're just playing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulation, then.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And I think you were saying, like, it was updated to a certain point, but it sounds like, from what you described earlier, like, off this... when we were talking off this, that it sounded like everything was up to date in a weird way.
I think it's up to date.
Okay.
I mean, there's so many cards that I really can't keep track of them all.
Yeah,
so.
there's like 7,000-ish cards right now, so...
Oh, good.
Yeah, good luck. So yeah, I'm glad you're having fun with that.
Yeah. There is one annoying thing about it. It's that, for some reason, Kaiba just shows up and starts asking you to donate.
Oh, really? That's kind of annoying.
I have to close the window every time it pops up, and then it keeps coming back.
What the heck, Kaiba?
Yep.
How weird. Usually they don't ask for donations, because I use Yugioh Pro, and they don't really ask for donations there. Also,
this is what... Wait. Yeah, this is Yugioh Pro. Oh, hey!
Oh, it is? Okay. Maybe it's a different variant of it or something.
Yeah, it's... Oh yeah, it is Yugioh Pro. Look at that.
Oh, okay. You know what? I think they have, like, different, like, kind of versions, and, like...
This version is the dawn of a new era.
Okay, maybe that's why. The one I have is just kind of like the normal vanilla-ish version. That's kind of weird why they use a donate button. That's kind of shady, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but hey, I guess I don't know if they should be making money off that, honestly.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess they need the money to, like, if the money goes towards, like... Actually, I can't even say if the money goes towards the game, because, like, the game's not even supposed to, like, really exist, per se. I mean, it exists, but, like, it's kind of operating under illegal terms, I suppose. It's underground, quote-unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really weird and suspicious, but okay. I'm glad you're having fun with it. Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, because we play Yu-Gi-Oh! In real life, I kind of gave you one of my decks, and we've just been playing each other when we see each other at college and stuff. That's really fun. I'm glad you got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly, it's really cool.
Well, the learning curve is a bit high, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is kind of a weird game where, like, there's just, like, a bajillion things going on sometimes. And, learning all the mechanics and, like, learning, like, how to, like, activate responses properly and timings and all this weird stuff. It's just kind of, like, it's a little overwhelming, I will admit that. But nevertheless, I'm glad you are trying to enjoy it, because I enjoy it. And whatever I enjoy, other people must enjoy, I imagine. Because I'm very simple-minded, so...
Alright.
Yeah, okay. What else have you been playing?
That's it, actually.
Really?
I haven't really had time to do anything else.
Can I ask you what decks you've made so far?
Well, I have the Dark World deck.
Okay.
The only deck I actually know how to use.
Sure.
And the other deck I made was an attempt at a Stardust deck.
Okay. So the Stardust deck... Well, okay, I'll explain for people who may not know. So the Dark World deck, because I used to run it, Dark World revolves around using, like, Fiend-type monsters to... you discard them from your hand to the graveyard, and then effects go off that way. And you basically gain resources and stuff to gain an advantage over your opponent. But there's, like, a certain boss monster called Grapha, which you can resummon from the graveyard to the field by, like, bouncing back one card. And that's, like, the main kind of engine that the deck works with. Also, it draws like crazy, so that's always a nice thing. decks that draw a lot of cards usually run pretty consistently, I would say. But yeah, so it's the Stardust deck. There's like a lot of different ways to do this, but how did you do it?
Well, the whole point to the deck I made was to try to get Stardust Dragon on the field. I did it once, and then it disappeared almost immediately after.
It got destroyed, or what happened?
Yep, it got destroyed.
By what?
I honestly can't remember, but it was on the field for about 2 seconds before it went to the grave.
Oh, it sounds like it got caught in a trap or something.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah. See, Stardust Dragon isn't really like powerful on its own. I think you have to like kind of have some support cards with it.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
I recommend trying to play a Shooting Quasar Dragon deck, because that deck involves that deck you can use Stardust Dragon with, because it involves like synchros and all this other stuff.
I do like my synchro summons.
Yeah, Shooting Quasar is a pretty interesting deck. It's kind of hard to pull out. It's like a one-turn combo kind of thing. Like you make this card called Shooting Quasar Dragon in one turn, and if you do successfully do that, then you could just destroy your opponent in one turn, essentially. So it's just a very hard card to remove from the field.
It's a really high star rating for that thing, too.
Oh, Quasar Dragon is at level 12, which is the highest level in the game, so...
And he looks awesome!
Yeah, it's like one of the last monsters in 5Ds, I think, so...
Like 5Ds?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Yugioh summons it in the very end. I've actually never watched up to that point, but...
Yeah, I haven't either. I stopped at the motorcycles.
Oh, I actually like 5Ds though. 5Ds is a really interesting. I like season 1 of it. Like, it's just really interesting.
I do think it's more interesting than GX.
Yeah, I've never actually. GX actually has a good plot from what I hear though, so. I don't know.
Yeah, but you have to put up with a lot to get to it.
Yeah.
Plus, the whole premise is really stupid when you think about it.
Let's go to Dueling Academy School! Who cares about real school?
Yeah.
What a weird concept. Anyway, they tried to do that in Zexal, I think, didn't they? I don't know. Anyway.
I don't remember. All I remember is that after 5Ds, you had that one kid with the absurd hair.
Oh, yeah.
After the other 3 characters with the absurd hair.
Yugioh, known for absurd hairism.
Isn't there a new one, but his hair is green?
Yeah, apparently that one's... That's oh god, what is the series called? I don't even know. Is that...
I don't know.
I don't know. How do I not know this? I play so much Yu-Gi-Oh! And I just... Arc V, that's what it's called.
Yep, green hair.
Yeah. He's the guy with all the pendulums and stuff, so...
Oh, that's where it comes from.
Yeah. I think Pendulum Dragon is one of his main cards. I'm not sure though. And he uses all the Perform Hal cards as well, I think. So.
I was exposed to those yesterday, actually.
Yeah, I tried to make a makeshift Perform Hal deck, and I was just like, I wonder if this will work on Neil, and it was just like, oh. I guess not. And Neo just like destroyed me. So yeah.
It could have won.
Yeah. But Skill Drain is pretty evil. Skill Drain just negates every single monster's effect.
It negates my effects too.
Yeah, but you did it when I was like summoning a bunch of monsters, and I was just like, oh, great.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. I went to Frankensons today, and I was just like, oh, I bought a couple of packs, like special editions, so I got a bunch of cards. I think I'm gonna build this deck called Aromages, like Aroma Mages, or I don't know how to say their name. Aromages, I think. They revolve around like gaining life points and stuff, and like their effects go off when they gain life points, and they have continuous effects when their like life points are higher than your opponent's. So it's like a really interesting like kind of gimmick. I really think it's gonna be kind of cool if I build it, but I need to kind of get the card list in my head first, and I want to like play test with it on like Dev Pro or something, so or Yugioh Pro or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
You actually really got me interested in trying a shooting Quasar deck.
Oh, go for it. It's a pretty like, if you don't like shooting Quasar, I recommend Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragons are pretty. You'd probably like that a lot. That's a deck that like.
There's enough middle ground. I think I can try both. I'll go Quasar first, just because.
Yeah, if you don't like Quasar, try Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon's a little easier to pick up, in my opinion.
Yeah, probably.
The Yu-Gi-Oh podcast.
That's alright. I mean, adds variety to this podcast.
Oh, well, look, I always like getting new people playing the game, because it's just like, I don't know, I think it's a good game, but sometimes I think the community's a little toxic, so, I don't know.
All the more reason why I don't show up to Frankensons.
Yeah. Well, most people are pretty nice there, so I can't really complain. There was this one time where like, this... Whoa, holy shit, what was that noise?
I don't know.
Okay. I hope that wasn't inside my house, because I'm going to be scared shitless.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, so, what was I going to say? I forgot. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so yeah, Frankensons, wait, Frankensons? What are we talking about? I don't even know!
Okay, you were like, the Yu-Gi-Oh community can be toxic sometimes.
Oh, right, I was going to talk about this.
Up the Frankensons.
Yeah, this like one guy, like I was playing like the Dark World deck one time, and he got like mad at me because like I didn't know how to play it, and I was just like, dude, I'm like learning, and he just like started like telling me how to play my deck and stuff, and I was just like, I feel very uncomfortable right now. I can't believe like people like that exist in real life. It's kind of disturbing to me, but like real life backseat people, like.
It's especially weird that you're fighting against him.
I wasn't playing against him. No, I was playing against Mark, and I was like, "Oh, cool." And
you were playing against the.
He just came out of nowhere, and he was watching us, and like, it's cool if people watch us play, but like, he just kind of like interrupted.
Is this how Aaron from Game Grumps feels like?
Let us know, Aaron from Game Grumps, please, and then give us a shout out, and then get us thousands of views so I can pay off my college loans, probably.
Wow.
I'm a shill, I know. Alright. So yeah, no other games?
Not really.
I could talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! All day, honestly. But I think we should move on. Let me know if you... we'll come back to this next week, maybe, and you can tell me all about your decks and stuff. Maybe when you get a better grasp of the mechanics and stuff, because you're still like kind of a beginner, so...
Yeah, I'm very much a beginner. I don't expect to be good anytime soon.
Yeah, once you get a good grasp of the mechanics, we can have a more in-depth conversation, I feel.
Yeah.
Cool.
With
Alright.
all the deck types, I imagine that'll take a long time.
I know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck building is like really complicated, but it's also like, it's really easy, but it's like hard to master, I think. Because you could essentially just put anything that you think is good, and it kind of works like half the time, but like if you want to like optimize it perfectly, then you have to like put a lot of effort into like thinking about matchups and all this other stuff, so...
You know, that's actually how I feel about deck building in Wargame, which I talked about in the first podcast.
Cool, have you been playing that?
Not lately, but the whole deck building principle still stays true with that game. Because building decks is a lot of fun in that game, but if you want to be really good, you have to be very picky about which units you want to bring in.
Okay.
So it's the same with Yu-Gi-Oh! In that regard.
Huh, interesting. Speaking of RTS...
Yes.
I've been playing it in RTS.
Which one?
Stronghold HD.
Cool.
Yeah, have you heard?
Nope.
Okay, so I guess Stronghold is like a old RTS game. I've actually like never heard of it or played it, but I saw it on sale on Steam and for like $1.50, and I was like, all right, why not? So I bought it and I've been playing it, and it's pretty interesting and fun actually. It's so far like I'm doing this military campaign. So far, it's a more defensive game. Like you just have to kind of like build a base and defend it from people invading you. I haven't actually like taken down any fortresses yet, but game mechanics wise, it's pretty much like standard RTS, I would say. So like you have to like kind of control. It feels more like there's a little bit of, like management thrown in there. Like you have to like manage your like citizens, like your own like popularity as a ruler, and then you have to like manage like how much food they're taking in and like how much you tax them, and then like like sometimes like cows will just like die out of nowhere, and so your whole food supply is like kind of like or like it's just not increasing, and then you have to like lower like how much food you give your people, and then they get mad at you. And there's all these other mechanics that I haven't even gotten into with like religion and all this stuff. I think the game is like slowly
sounds familiar, to be honest.
Like Civ?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Very familiar to that.
It has like some of those elements in there. It's really interesting. Because like I play like Age of Empires, and you don't really have to manage all that stuff. You just kind of collect resources. But yeah, this one you have to actually like manage your resources, which is pretty interesting. You can build awesome castles and fortresses. Like I built a giant wall, and then I put a bunch of archers on there. And when the enemies try to invade me, I just like shoot them down with arrows. But then they bring like ladder guys who run up with ladders, so like all the foot soldiers like can climb up these ladders. So you have to like shoot the like ladder dudes, and then the guys like fall off the ladders. It's like Lord of the Rings. It's like really awesome.
Can't you just do what Leon does and just push the ladders down?
What Leon does? Oh, Resident Evil? No, you can't.
What?
Archers use their hands for bows, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like this game a lot. I need to play more of it. The campaign is kind of like you're conquesting different like lands and stuff from like these 4 rulers and stuff. That's pretty fun. They have a whole economic campaign that I haven't even touched yet. So maybe I'll have more about the game in a week or something. But yeah, it's really fun. I like it a lot.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. You play any RTS?
Wargame is the last RTS I played. Right?
Right. Yeah. I should try that out too. I wish it was a little less expensive though.
I think because of how niche the game is, it's always going to be a little bit pricey.
Maybe I should just like suck it up and buy it.
Yeah, you might have to. Or you can go with a more popular RTS, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I've never even like played StarCraft that much, so.
Well, they're not that popular, but something in the middle.
Well, Age of Empires. I mean, I haven't.
Oh yeah, that's one.
I have Age of Empires 2. I mean, I really enjoy that, so you should play that with me.
Yeah, I really should.
We should do a series where we just play
each other. A lot
of
games I really should be playing.
We should do a series where we play each other and we just like suck so bad. I'm awful at that game. That one has like
pretty bad at games in general, so I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. What else have I been playing? I've been playing more Animal Crossing because I can't get enough. I found out that you can scan QR codes, and by scanning QR codes, you can like get certain designs. So I have gone in full OCD mode, and I have scanned designs for roads, and I am decorating my entire town with roads so that it will be like the perfect town and it'll look nice. And I'm planting flowers in like certain spots, and then like orchids and like orchids. I don't know how to say the word. And like other spots.
I say orchid.
Yeah, or not like flowers. They're like the trees, orchids. I don't know. I can't speak today. I can't speak in general. Jeez.
I'm sure you're fine.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I just like go full on like I gotta improve this town. I gotta place this, and this here, and it has to be this way. And I think the game is a lot more engaging now. But I still feel like I'm just kind of like playing it like for an hour a day, and that's it. I talk about Animal Crossing every week. I should really not. It's a game. That's all it is. and it's fun.
Well, since you like Animal Crossing, how about Stardew Valley?
I haven't touched it yet. Have you?
No.
Well, I mean, I've touched it. Obviously,
I really should at this point.
I've played 80 hours of it. I mean, that's more than touch. That's more like a hand grab and a full-on hug. That's a full-on hug to Stardew Valley. Yeah, the new update. I haven't really played with it at all. So maybe I should, and I'll come back to you. But I don't know. I don't feel like playing long games like that. So.
And yet here you are playing Animal Crossing.
Well, Animal Crossing, I could just play an hour a day. I guess I could do the same with Stardew, but I don't know. I'm too picky. What else have I played? I guess I've been playing Mabinogi steadily, but there's nothing exciting there. I've been playing Undertale again for recording reasons, because I'm gonna do a whole big video on it, I guess, because I want to just talk about the game and stuff, and it's gonna be like a reflection and shit. It's gonna be pretty. I need to write a really good script for that. I honestly, so yeah. So is that all we've been playing?
Yeah, I guess.
Wow, cool. What next? I need to look up news. Oh boy! All right. Get ready for the improv. Let's take a short break, shall we? Actually, I can't control the ads, so.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's gonna be really funny if we just put a break and then nothing happens.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break, and I guess people can pause the video and shit. And I don't know how the break's gonna work. I guess I'll just leave a little blank slate. Or maybe I'll find a way to put an ad here or something. I don't know. Alright, let's take a 5-minute break. Because I need to drink some water. Also, I need to answer a phone call. Alright, we'll be back. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to be talking about stuff we find in the news. I'm going to do it like this. I just kind of looked up video games in the news kind of category on the internet. And I'll read off things I think are interesting.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, this is the best way to go about it, and the only way to go about it. Alright, so the Business Insider has the best movies based on video games. That's not really a news topic, but Neil, what's your favorite video game movie? Go.
Don't have one.
I don't have one either. Okay, next topic. No, for the millionth time, video games don't cause real-world violence, by Forbes. I think that's kind of an obvious one, and I don't know who the heck is. I don't even want to give attention to the person who wrote that article. Thanks, Forbes, for calling out their bullshit, but yeah. How do you feel about that whole argument of video games don't cause real-world violence?
They really don't.
Yeah. Well, my argument is, before video games even existed, we were probably more violent than we were.
Yeah, violence is down last I checked.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have any statistics to support that, but, no, there is statistics to support that. We're just
lazy.
Yeah, people just like to blame it on things that, I don't know. It's just such a stupid argument to me. It's just
It's the same with heavy metal. People thought that was the bad music for the kids. No, it's just another form of music. It's just another medium of art.
Yeah, it's movies have been portraying violence far longer than any video game has, so...
Yeah.
Books have been portraying violence even more graphically, I would argue, than video games.
Well, yeah, because that one requires the imagination.
Ooh, yeah, and sometimes what you think in your head can be
it's probably going to be worse than what's on screen.
Yeah. Actually, there's something I kind of want to check about this. Oh. Adblock detected! No! Okay. We can't.
Yeah, Forbes will get you in that one.
Well, I kind of deserve it. I adblock my own videos because... No, actually, I turn off adblock on YouTube because I feel bad, but... Yeah. Anyway, let's see. And this is okay. So yesterday, let me explain something. Yesterday, I was just kind of bored, and then I was downstairs with my parents watching esports. The show called E-League, actually, specifically. And E-League is a show on TBS that, if you have cable, I guess, TBS is a cable channel, yes? I imagine?
Yeah.
Okay. And, yeah, it was just on cable, and, well, I mean, I have, what am I talking about? I have Dish Network. Anyway, they were showing CSGO, like live tournament going on for the show, and it was really interesting to watch. I watched it just for like half an hour. Oh, excuse me. It was really interesting, and it made me think like, wow, this is like really happening. like video games are like mainstream media now. Like, it's pretty interesting and cool. Have you watch any esports, Neil? Or I know when Twee was on.
No, I don't.
I know when Twee was on, we were talking about it, but
And personally, I don't. This is not something I'm as invested in watching. I mean, I like playing the games that they play, but I'm not really as invested in watching the whole esports thing.
Any particular reason? Or?
Not really. I just never caught on. I guess it's also because I'm not really into sports. So I guess I'm just not so competitive.
Yeah, I'm not so competitive either. I mean, but when I watched it yesterday, I could see the appeal. It was really interesting. Like, the broadcasters and like the crowd was really excited. The players were like super focused, and like they played very like intensively, and it was just like a really interesting thing to watch, honestly. And yeah, I'm not paid to promote E-League or anything. I just found it interesting.
Maybe I just need to give it another shot.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on what kind of game you're looking to watch. I mean, I'll make this relevant. So apparently, the NFL of esports. This is an article by the Los Angeles Times, our favorite buddies on the show. So please sponsor us. I'm a horrible person, I know. The NFL of esports. Blizzard wants to create an Overwatch League with city-specific video game fans. That's pretty interesting, right? Like the sound of that. So apparently, from what I was kind of reading while I was on the toilet reading this article, maybe that was a little too much information. What? I was looking for news, and I was just like, all right, what are we going to talk about on this show? And then I just thought, all right, here.
It's fine. Let's keep going.
Yeah, but yeah, Blizzard is looking to like expand Overwatch into like real like mainstream like high end sports kind of stuff. Like they want to make like a league, like a very professional traditional sports league for Overwatch. Apparently, from what I was reading the article, oh yeah, I think it was some NBA owners were like really interested in it, and so quoting the article here from Los Angeles Times, one financier, Sacramento Kings co-owner Andy Miller, said, quote, he's super interested, end quote, in the new league. NRG, the esports club he owns he co-owns with former Lakers star Shaquille O'Neal. That's a pretty big name, right? And several others signed a 6-person Overwatch team in August. It features Brandon Larned, one of the Nascent Sports' most popular players. So, yeah, just like kind of off that, like, they're definitely really interested in like trying to give this a go, which is really cool and interesting, honestly. You think it's going to be successful, is my question?
I don't know if I'm the right person to ask this, to be honest.
Well, just from like your initial thoughts of like this situation, I think. I know we're both like not really like trained in this. This is from people from like we have an interesting perspective where we're just not involved in this stuff, which is like half the population. So, you know, I'm just saying, like, if you didn't know anything about like esports or anything, like, would this probably interest you?
A little bit. I think, yeah, I'd be a little bit interested in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, whoa, people playing video games for a living, like, and like being drafted certain players and stuff, and like, specific picks and all that. Like, it's kind of like they're really like working their asses off to like really make this work, and I kind of have like a pretty optimistic feeling of this. I feel like this is like the next step of like sports. Not that like physical activity isn't important, I imagine, but you know, I think Blizzard is making a good move here. Honestly, like they're trying something new, and I respect that. But yeah, I don't know. We can't really speak on this too much, just because we're not very experienced with this entire process, I would say. Alright, let's go back to the news. That was a disastrous topic that we talked about.
It's just the improv. We win.
Yeah, my improv is terrible, and I'm so sorry I have to put everyone through it. But alright, let's see. Atari brings 100 classic video games to the Xbox One, if you're interested in that.
Cool.
Google's DeepMind AI takes on popular video game StarCraft. What the hell is this about? Let's see. Okay. I'll just start reading this article, and I'll stop when I'm bored. Google's DeepMind AI, which this is by Bloomberg LP, Bloomberg Technology or whatever. They're a website, I imagine. Google DeepMind's AI, which earlier this year achieved a breakthrough in computer intelligence by creating software to beat the world's best human player at its strategy game, Go, is turning its attention to the sci-fi video game StarCraft 2. The company has said that it has reached a deal with Blizzard Entertainment Inc., the Irvine-based, to create an interface to let artificial intelligence research connect machine learning software to the game. Wow, that's actually really interesting. Just from the sound of it. We're still a long way from being able to challenge a professional human player. An agent that can play StarCraft will need to determine effective use of memory. So it sounds like they're trying to simulate like a very competitive AI that could take on professional players.
Well, Watson did win Jeopardy that one time. Suppose we're not that far off.
Wait, what?
Wait, you don't remember?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, they brought IBM Watson on the Jeopardy that one time, and they brought the two champions. Watson won.
That's funny and kind of cool.
Yep.
Okay. In the game, yeah, so it sounds like just from this article that like they're trying to get into like what the player would do, really, like what a professional StarCraft player would do, and they're trying to emulate that and like their mindset into like tangible data and like tangible AI. That's really interesting to think about. I guess it's just kind of a really interesting, but this is an interesting thing to think about, because like if this is like successful, then the way AI in video games is developed might change significantly. Because like if we can start emulating AI that thinks like a human player and anticipates what a human player would do or anticipates what a human player would play as, that would change like, and you could like translate that to like other video games, like maybe a first-person shooter or maybe like a different kind of strategy game or something like, I don't know, like Splatoon. I don't even know. Splatoon. I don't know where that example came from, but sure.
Well, it would mean that any like first-person shooter with a multiplayer tutorial would actually be worth trying out.
Yeah.
You have an idea as to how people play the game, as opposed to just random AI bots that act more like how you'd fight enemies in the single-player campaign.
Well, the bots is kind of an interesting thing that you said, because I feel like they would attach that AI onto bots, and it would create a whole different like difficulty level that you could work with, that you can play bots with, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you want to just like Because, like, look, if you play, like, Call of Duty or something, you're gonna get, like, toxic players, or maybe you just don't like playing online, or maybe you don't even have the online function, right? That's where bots come in, and if you program in, like, a bot that plays like a human player, then, like, that's a pretty interesting situation, because it's like, oh, cool, I can just kind of play these bots and not really worry about the human part of it, or not worry about, like, another player not being there that would act a certain way that I would expect a human player to act. You know?
Yeah, okay.
So, this is, what a interesting little article. Yeah, I hope this works out and they get something good from it. Especially in StarCraft. StarCraft requires a lot of, like, thinking ability and, like, just a lot of, like, response time and all that, so... Let's see what else is there. Oh, I think this is important. Or not important, but it's nice to mention. Baton Rouge video game store to play 24 hours to raise money for Children's Hospital. Let's look at this. Always good to give a shout out to a charity, I suppose, right?
Yep.
Let's see. Please show the article. Alright, Baton Rouge, a locally owned... I'm reading this from WAFB. I guess this is a Channel 9 news for CBS. I don't know what the heck this is. That's a website. I just found it on the news. Okay. Baton Rouge, a locally owned game store will raise money for Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital in their own way. Gameware, Baton Rouge's only locally owned and operated video game store, while participating in Extra Life, a 24-hour gaming marathon to help raise money for local Children's Miracle Network hospitals across the nation. Our Lady of the Lakes Children's Hospital is in Baton Rouge, the local CMN hospital. Apparently this Extra Life thing has been around since 2008, and it's raised $22 million for local children's Miracle Network hospitals. Oh, that's good. So they'll stay up 24 hours, and then they'll reach their... Oh, they only have 1,500... Oh, the store has 1,500 as a donation goal. That's a pretty noble cause, right?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Looks like they're going to be playing Mario Party, Mario Kart, Super Mario Bros. 3, some Smash Brothers, Sonic. There'll be Extra Life will stream on Twitch. That's twitch.tv.teamgameware.br. It's Saturday, November 5th at 10 a.m. Oh, that already happened. No, it's happening right now. Oh, it's happening right now. Sunday, November... so it's going to go on till tomorrow, November 6th.
And it will be near useless for anyone listening to the podcast.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Oh, well.
Well, this is what you get, people, for improv. Anyway,
right.
Listen, you don't have to watch the stream to donate. You could just ask them if you want to donate. So donate your money to these people, because... And don't tell them I sent you, because... that's legally weird and biting, and I don't want to deal with that. So, I'm trying to save myself right now from a very awkward situation, and it's not working out. I should probably just end the podcast, and we should all just go home, alright?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Next topic. Let's go.
Alright.
PlayStation Professional PlayStation Professional launch brings 13 confirmed PS VR enhanced video games. What does that mean? Let's check it out. 3DVR Central. This looks like it's going to give me a website. That's going to give me a virus, apparently. Oh, it's VR News Aggregator. I guess it's just a website for VR games. Cool. Let's see. Oh my god. No, why are all these pop-ups coming up? Okay.
Wow.
Okay, battles. Okay, so of the 45 titles announced Steam for the PS4 top. Okay, so some of these titles include Battlezone, Call of Duty Infinite, Until Dawn, Russia, Rise the Call of. I think they meant Call of Duty. Someone for us to see accidentally. Call of Duty Infinite War has VR.
I don't know. That's the first I've heard it.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Apparently, Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider has
Tomb Raider
has VR. Why does Tomb Raider have VR?
That'd be weird because you're not looking from a first person view, you're looking from the third person view.
Until Dawn, Rush of Blood. Is that a VR experience? Am I reading this right? Am I stupid?
Some of these games seem like they'd be really hard to implement in VR because it act like you're watching the story from someone else's perspective.
I mean, that's what it makes it sound. I mean, that is weird.
I mean, all the VR games out are all first-person games.
This does not seem trustworthy. I don't know. I'm not calling this website out. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but maybe I'm not reading it all. Deus Ex Mankind Divided would make sense to have VR in, but it kind of goes to third person, so I don't know. Oh, maybe these are just games that are going to be released for it or something. Okay, never mind. That was a waste of time. Jeez. Well, that's the news, I guess. I'm exhausted. I'll end it on a very funny note. Republican Duncan Hunter, or is it Representative? Oh yeah, okay. This is really stupid. Representative Duncan Hunter spent $49,000 in campaign funds on video games, a Disneyland trip, and other personal expenses. He also loves vaping, so that's pretty interesting.
Alright.
This show has turned into trash, Neil.
That's fine. It's the third episode. We can
I feel
get away
like
with it.
I feel like we shouldn't do news until it's like relevant.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be doing news unless we have something to talk about.
I'm so sorry.
Every time how about instead of doing news, we just shoot the shit and all, just chat a bunch.
Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we should talk about like things.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody for watching. Any closing thoughts, Neil, before I end this godforsaken awful episode?
New Animals as Leaders record coming up pretty soon.
Oh
I
my
recommend
god.
that. If you get to plug shit, I get to do it too.
Okay, fine. Go plug all your progressive metal bands. Go.
No, that's it.
That's a whole... Okay. Alright, Animals Leaders, please sponsor us. You're awesome. I've never listened to a single... Well, I've listened to a couple. I like your instrumental stuff.
Which is all their stuff.
Thanks for watching, all the members of Animals as Leaders. Oh god. Okay, we're just gonna end this episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.
See ya.